Hello everyone, welcome back to the final stages of the race day for this McLaren Artura GT4. So, we're moving on to stage 4 here, speed and endurance. And yeah, this one was pretty weird. We had to warm up the tires and then overtake 9 cars. So well, and overtake 9 cars. So, yeah, again, it's just got to be a bit careful while the tires are warming up. I really can't find any way to sort of manage your tires. You can warm them up faster by sliding and things like that, but going off track like that doesn't help. But yeah, sorry, that's kind of phrased a bit weirdly. I think you got to overtake 9 opponents before your tires get to before that percentage gets to 100. So yeah, but with these kind of events where we're trying to win a car, honestly, just take the shortcuts. The point is not to be the best driver here. Yeah, the point is to win the car without having to do races over and over and over again. So yeah, we're taking shortcuts. Yeah, we're doing bot slowing. Yeah, we're doing all of those things. We just want to, just an important thing here, once you overtake the 9th car, the race will end. So I kind of, you can see here, I just overtook the 8th car. Here's the 9th guy. As soon as I overtake him, the race will end. You might, if you want to still do some bot management and bot slowing, just carry on a bit towards the end of the lap, maybe to overtake him then the parabolica. But yeah, anyway, that's that one done. Right now, we've got to finish in 15th place and get drafted. Okay, so that means you got to be in a draft, but the front car. So we've got to get this guy here to push us a little bit. So there you go. You can see I did 1 meter while chasing that car. And I looked ahead here and I saw, okay, we've got a big sort of gaggle of cars. So it also said don't be overtaken. So that kind of makes this a bit tricky. So what you want to do is overtake here, get into 15th place, and then sort of slow down and create a bit of a gap for yourself from 15th to 14th place. So just to give yourself some room to sort of maneuver. You can see I'm trying to manage this gap in front of me. I'm doing that. Well, we've got 2 laps and you only need 30 seconds of being pushed, and at Monza on the straights, that's pretty simple. You can see as well the guy in 16th place now, what's he called? Tony Page. He is here. We're on the straight after the Lesmos and he's not pushing me. So I've got to slow down, feather the throttle a bit there. So it's not too difficult to manage that gap in front and get a push. I'm getting a push through the Ascari chicane, and then again I'm looking for him here. I'm like, where are you? There you are. And then just get the push from him here. That'll on this back straight towards the parabolica. I slowed down a hell of a lot for the parabolica because here I don't want to catch these guys in front. Because you can't overtake, you have to be 15th, and you can't get overtaken as well. So, and that's how you get to 30 seconds. And then I just the footage was this video will be hours long, so I just skipped it to the end. And after that, just drive around in 15th place. Not too difficult at all. Right now, we're pushing the car to the limits, and you've got to set the fastest lap. And here's one of these damaged steering events. I have to always do these over and over and over because the first time, I mean, I just steered, as the green lights came on there to let you go to drive, I just steered completely off the track and failed. Because it dumps you in at a corner. And then you got to sort of, what is wrong with the steering? So there's nothing really wrong with it, it's just pulling to the left. So you've got to tilt your phone, tilt your screen to the right to make the car go straight. So that's why the footage looks a bit weird. The car's driving in a straight line, but the landscape is tilted. because the phone is tilted to the right. So that tilts the landscape to the, even though the car drives straight. And what I'm doing now is I'm driving slowly to create myself a gap. We want to do the fastest lap. We've got only one lap to do it. So I want to have a gap. I don't want to encounter opposition cars and crash into them, cause damage and fail the event, or have them slow me down, push me off line. I've got enough to deal with the steering issue. So, because somehow the car is just magically broken overnight, the steering fell to pieces. Shame, that's what happened to Ayrton Senna, you know. It was like in the middle of the race, his steering wheel just failed. So our steering's not failed, it's just damaged, and the car's pulling to the right. And yeah, you can see when I'm correcting it, it's like over-correcting. And because of that, your phone's gyro sensitivity, I guess, maybe. So the phone, to go straight, the phone's tilted already like halfway around the corner. So when you turn around the corner, it's like the, I don't know, the dead spot. There's no dead spot on the tilt. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, it's a lot more sensitive because you've already tilted your phone a lot to the right. And then you have to turn it, straighten it to go, straighten your phone out to go left. Yeah, it's just weird. But you know, we get these events and you get used to it. So it just, I always fail these a good 3 or 4 times, just because it's just weird to do, you know. It's and once I've done one of these, I find the next race when everything's back to normal again, I find that difficult because it's like, nah, you've kind of almost trained your brain to drive like this, and then the next event you're back to normal, and then it's, I don't know, it's just weird. Yeah, hell, you know, sometimes we get these weird events, and you know, it's not difficult. I mean, I'm not pushing hard here at all, I must say. I'm just driving quite normally, quite chilled, just focusing on the steering more than actually going fast. Just steering and keeping it on track. And yeah, there we go. You know, you cross the line. Okay, I got the fastest lap. It was only a 1 minute 30.5 around Monza. That's pretty average. But yeah, that's that one, and we're moving on. The final race of stage 4, I think. Yeah. And now we have to be in the top 3, and we've got fuel. And we needed some upgrades. You can see the PR has gone red, and it's a big jump. I mean, like 59.9, I've got the car upgraded to, and it jumps up to 64. So I'll put the prices of the upgrades. Those are the upgrades I put on. So everything's level 3 except for what's that, drivetrain and is it body? And yeah, 1.6 million M dollars, 320 gold. At this point, I was thinking, you know what, this car's getting expensive now because I'm probably going to have to put those final 2 upgrades up to level 3, and that's gonna make this car a little bit expensive. And yeah, but it's a car that comes with an exclusive series, so it's probably worth getting. But it's not worth fully upgrading now, I don't think. I think it's better to wait for a sale to fully upgrade it. So this, look, hitting speed, you have to hit speed 6 times. That's really simple. You've got 2 laps of Monza. You can see we can go off track, so I'm taking the shortcuts and all that because I just want to save fuel. So that helps to conserve the fuel. And yeah, you hit speed 6 times easily. I think if you slow down and go back up to speed, you can hit speed 6 times on this straight. You know, or on one straight, the main straight, you could do it. But yeah, you don't really need to worry about that. What I was basically doing here is kind of hitting speed and then, you know, look off the gas completely here, and just sort of lifting and coasting through the corners, and catching and overtaking the guys ahead is not a big problem. You can see I'm in 4th place as we start the final lap here, and so I only have to overtake one car, and he's right here in front of me, so it's not going to be too difficult. I may as well just take shortcut and avoid any accidents or anything like that. And no, I don't know what I did here. You can go and overtake Walk Ring. Walk Ring? Some of the bot names, man. Yeah, you can go ahead and overtake him. You can go win the race if you want to. I think I'm just going to sit behind this guy. I must say, the final race of stage 5 was really, really easy for me. The bots. You'll see when I get there. So, yeah, the bots were really, really easy. And that's, I can see that being a difficult race. If you haven't done bot slowing and things like that throughout the event, I can see that one being a bit difficult. We'll check it out when we get there. But yeah, that's all due to the fact that all the little bot management and bot slowing techniques we use in races like this. You see, I'm also just keeping an eye on my fuel. You know, so I'm lifting and coasting a lot. I'm just sort of sticking with walkering over here, making sure Jojo is staying behind us. Yeah, just and yeah, like here I'm getting a push. Getting a push always helps with fuel because you know you're going faster. So and yeah, I went past Walkering there in the final corner. Maybe I'll catch Ooh. The other guy's name is Ooh. They just give us racing car drivers' names, you know, just, you know, jeez. Some of these weird bot names, you know. Okay, but that's that one done, and stage 4 is complete. And we're starting to get into the nice rewards now. Yeah, 15 gold, that's a bit better than what we've been getting. So, off we go into stage 5, the championship showdown. And yeah, here we are. Final stage. So we have to finish 15th and cross the finish line at 273 kilometers an hour while our tires are degrading. So it's another tire deg race. But now, in the previous video there was another tire deg race, and all of a sudden in this race the tires, that counter is counting down a lot slower than it. Because when I saw 2 laps, I thought, oh no, I was on like 21 or 20 something percent. I'm going to fast forward as well because really, I was on 20 something percent after 1 lap, and now I've got to do 2 laps. Plus we haven't even started the first lap yet. We're already under 90 percentile. So I was a bit worried here. So I was lifting and coasting in the corners just to see like can anything help slow down that tire counter. But yeah, nothing did. But the counter overall was just counting down through the percentages a lot slower than the previous time. So yeah, it's kind of like it was, you know, designed for the fuel, the tire wear, all of that is like designed for this specific race or this specific challenge, or you know, I don't know how they work it out, but yeah, that's just how it is. You can see now down to 75%. This is when it starts to get a bit slippery, but I'm already in 15th place. So now I can afford to sort of just coast around, you know? And yeah, that's pretty much what I did. Just coasting about. I don't understand fully how the tire works in this game, to be honest with you. Maybe if you guys have a more sort of a better understanding of it, you can leave a comment and see if you can try and explain it. I don't know. I just see it as a counter that counts down. I don't know how to manage it, or you go start skidding and you go off track, the counter accelerates, and yeah, I don't know how to actually save tires, like make that counter slow down even more. That I don't know how to do. Or maybe just the way I'm driving makes the counter slow already. I don't know. But yeah, it's an interesting thing, and fuel as well also gets a bit. I don't really know how the fuel works. To me, it's also just a counter that counts down as long as you're pressing the accelerator. So don't press accelerator if you're running out of fuel. It's kind of there's no, I don't know. There's no way to slow it down or It's either counting down or it's not. It's dead still. So I like the way the Formula E cars work, because at least when you lift and coast the Formula E car, it recharges the battery. That kind of makes sense. So I think they could do fuel and tires a bit more, I don't know, accurately or something. Something that's not just a percentage or something. Or just change the color of it, so like when you going at it, when you're using up a lot of fuel or a lot of tires, it can go red, and otherwise the number would be white. But then you go sliding the car around, it turns red. It's just so that you know, or then it can go blue when you're like saving tires, and you're using less tires. And, just some sort of indicator that it's just a number counting down on the screen now. But anyway. Maybe in the next game. But yeah, that's that one done. And not a difficult event to start off with stage 5. And now we have a time, 2 minutes 48. We have to, and again, we're warming up the tires. And we've got 2 minutes and 48 seconds to complete the lap. Well, the event, which is 2 laps of the track. You can see we're on lap 0 out of 2. So it said don't overtake any, or did it? I don't know, I don't remember. But I wasn't worried about finishing in any kind of position, because you don't have to. But all I was worried about was, I sort of, it said like don't overtake until your tires are 100%. So something along those lines. You have to kind of get the tires pretty warm. Also, I don't want to be starting 2 hot laps in a row. I don't want to be starting that on cold tires. That's never a good idea. So I'm trying to get the tires warmed up as much as possible. So I'm trying to slide the car. And the problem is, once this car gets to about 70% on tire wear, like so from now on, it becomes it grips the road. You can't slide this car. Not with these upgrades that I've got on. I've got all the grip and braking upgrades to level 3, so it's like, yeah. I was trying to slide it around here to get that to count up to 100 faster. It wasn't sliding. You can see I couldn't slide it. I mean, I'd have to hit the brakes and go into a full-on drift. But I've got a timer counting down here, so I can't go slowly. So yeah. There at 100% it decides to slide, but that's just getting on the accelerator too quickly through a corner. So yeah, now I've got it warmed up to 100. Now I can worry about now I can overtake, and I can worry about. I'm just really trying to do two quick laps in a row. That's all. Just do 2 quick laps. So you can kind of divide that 48 seconds in half and go, okay, so you're looking at doing you need like about 124. So as I cross the line here to start the new lap, it's 124, 125. So yeah, I'm on the threshold here. I've got to do this lap in about a 1 minute, like around a 124, 125 second lap. So what I don't want is any traffic and things like that in the way, and unfortunately there is some traffic you're going to encounter, so it's just how quickly you can get around and how quickly you can do it. Here's a tourney page again. I wonder if that's it, like if the bot names are like a reference to something, maybe like an inside joke from the Fire Monkeys or someone. I don't know, maybe. You find that in games sometimes. But yeah, getting through the traffic all right, and then this corner in Barcelona, it's so much better on the when you go around the longer version of the corner. And also here the chicane. They don't use this anymore. Yeah, the longer version of this track is much better. And I'm going to finish this. I was pushing hard that lap. I think I finished with about 3 seconds to go. on our 248. So that's that one done. And then here we are overtaking opponents. We need to get an average speed of 201.1, so somewhere around there. And we have to overtake 5 opponents. So it's not too difficult. Again, overtaking the opponents is not difficult because the bot management and stuff. So, and also because we're on lap 0 of 2, they're driving in their formation. So they're awesomely slow. It's just, there's no other, they are awesomely slow. One will be always driving on the left side and one on the right side until you actually start the race. So of our 5 cars we have to overtake, we're getting some freebies here. That's 2 guys we overtook for free. They'll be super slow through the chicane. There's 2 guys up ahead, so that's 4 or 5. And yeah, so not difficult at all. You just have to keep up your average speed. And we have a slow chicane section before the end of the lap. So you've got to get that average speed up. They want 201.1. We want to be up at about 205, I would say. I was, at about 5. So, we want to be around 205, 206, going into the slower parts of the track. So you can see that's kind of where we are now, 204, but dropping as we go through, again, a bit of a slower section here. So it's really maximizing coming out of the slower corners onto these faster bits, not wasting too much time through here. I think we're going to overtake more than 5 opponents because we have to drive fast to keep up our average speed. So that's going to be there's 2. We only need to overtake 1. We're going to have to overtake both because we can't afford to stay behind the lead car here. So we need to go faster than these guys. I queue them up here in the chicane. They are so slow through chicanes. All bots, all the time, whether you've done bot management or not, they are so slow through chicanes. But there's all our overtaking done. And we're going to start lap 2 here. And we haven't hit average speed, we just hit it now. And yeah, it's tight. You see, I'm really pushing for that 205. Through this corner here, this car holds so nicely. You don't need to lift, nothing. You just go flat out through there. A lot of cars sometimes tend to slide around through these 2 corners. This one, on the off-camber corner here, you lose it a bit, but on the first much wider corner, you go flat through there. So I'm really trying to build up average speed, trying to brake as little as possible through here. Not getting, he got in my way. See if I can get a draft, slingshot past him, try and miss the wall. Now I'm pushing now. We're up to that 205, almost 206. Don't go too much off the track. See how we lost so much average speed. And we get traffic now coming up. Oh, this is going to be tight. 3 cars in a row. So just skip the chicane to get through there. Look at my average speed. I'm down, but I'm climbing. Go flat out through the last corner. Please climb enough. And yeah, did it just. Luckily the start finish line isn't right after the corner. Otherwise that would have been the game over there. All right, now this is an interesting one. There's a whole bunch of crap that they say here in this blurb about finishing. All you have to do is finish in the top 10, okay? But at the end of the first lap, you have to be higher than a certain position. So I think it's 18th, 15th, and 11th. People have been moaning about this. Not quite. You don't have to be 18th at the end of lap 1 or 17th or anything. There's no specific position. You can be wherever you want as long as you're higher than that place. I actually did this to check it out. I finished, you see we're on lap 0, okay, of 3. So I finished, so I started lap 1, and finished lap 1 in 18th position, failed. I finished lap 1 in 17th position. And I think, yeah, and failed. Because it says, the language is so stupid. It says you have to be in the top 18th on lap 1. In lap 1, I think is the word they use. In lap 1. So you have to be, you can't be 19th now in lap 1. You can't be 19th. You have to be 18th. And then it says in lap 2. Now lap 2 starts the minute you cross the start finish line. So on this lap, lap 1, we have to get to 15th place, which there we go, we've done it. Because we have to be at least 15th, in the top 15th is the language they use, in lap 2. So now when we cross the start finish line and we start lap 2, we're going to be at least 15th, that's good. Problem that we have coming up is in lap 3, we have to be 11th. So there's no restrictions of this, just go. Just drive as fast as you can, try to get to 10th place. It doesn't matter. Think of what they're describing as 18th, 15th, and 11th. Think of that as the minimums. So don't ever be less than 11th place by when you're coming up to the last lap. By doing that, you can see I have to be in the top 15th in lap 2. I'm now in lap 2 and I'm in the top 15th because I'm 30th. It's always an event like this, a new event. There's always one race where the language barrier over at Slingshot is just freaking awful and it confuses the hell out of everybody. And yeah, the way they try and explain this event is just awful, really. But I mean, it's Slingshot, they're Indian. English is not their first language, so it's forgivable, but they should really try and translate this better. Or phone someone at EA who is English. And I don't know. But to get them to write the descriptions, because, geez, their descriptions are bad. I've tried this a lot of different ways just to see, because I saw online people were moaning about this event. But yeah, the best strategy, and the strategy I'm using, is, you can see I've just taken 10th place. Just get to 10th place as quickly as you can. You have 2 laps. So you have lap, well, kind of 2.5, because you have lap 0, lap 1, and lap 2. You have just get to 10th place by then, and then you'll be fine. If you do that, all the other goals, you will be achieving them. As I've done there, I've been achieving them or doing better. So I wasn't in 18th place on lap 1, I was like in 16th. I wasn't in 15th on lap 2, I was in 13th. And all I was doing was pushing to get to 10th place. So, yeah, there's nothing, the race is not broken or anything, the language is a bit, the description and the language is a bit, that's where the issue comes in. So I saw a lot of people saying, I can't pass this race is broken. If I finish, if I'm in 18th, I fail. If I'm in 17th, I fail. Well, that's because you have to be in 15th in lap 2. And people were taking that as to mean by the end of lap 2. And it means, actually, should say by the end of lap 1. But if they say in lap 2 instead of at the end of lap 1. And I think it's just by trying to over-describe things and just put too many goals in. There's not enough space in the little box where they write the description. There's not enough space in that box. So they just change by the end of lap 1 to in lap 2. Maybe that's the issue. I don't know, but there's issues. But that's how you fix them. Just go as fast as possible. So I ended up finishing 8th. Cool, no problems. And that is the end of, yeah, stage 5, race 4. Now this is it. This is the last race. And here's where it gets difficult. You have to win the race, yeah, cool, don't go off track, don't get damaged, the usual. But we have to win by a margin, 200 and something meters. Okay, and they throw you up here, and you needed upgrades. You did need the final 2 upgrades. I just put everything to level 3, It costs 2.1 million and 440 gold. So yeah, it's about 90 gold more than what I would have liked to have paid. I usually think around 350 is okay for level 3s. So it's a bit of an expensive car. You don't need to. I just put the M dollar upgrades on because, guys, it's M dollars. They're not difficult to earn. I don't need to earn any M dollars for any upcoming events in this update, so that's fine. I don't, I'm under no pressure with my M dollar amount. Even after this event, I've still got like 2 million M dollars left. So I just put the final body upgrade on. You don't need to. So you can save yourself, I think it's around $250,000 M you can save by not putting the last level 3 body upgrade on. You don't need that to hit PR. I did it, and I'm showing you the pricing that I did it, and I'm telling you that the difference is about $250,000. So otherwise, this race, like I say, the bots are slow, which helps. I was very scrappy and untidy, honestly. It was a long day and I was tired. So I didn't sit and do this event all at once. I had other things I had to attend to. So this was after a long day. And yeah, the driving here was a bit sloppy. So luckily the bots were slow. You can see just how slow they are. That's 5th place. The only real tricky thing here is the lead. I actually did this first time and I didn't have enough of a lead, and so then I was pushing a bit harder in this run, and yeah, that did get a bit sloppy in that. But I noticed the bots were in a different order, so it's one of those, if you are struggling with it, just quit and retry, and you'll come across where the lead bot is in a slower car type of deal, that kind of thing, because it seemed to me that the order of the bots were changing, and I caught the lead bot a lot sooner in this race, and I don't think it's just based on just speed. It was a totally different thing. See here, the lead 3 bots are all together. My first attempt at this, they were not, and the lead bot was not one of these guys. It was actually that Brosig that we encountered in 5th place. Yeah, it's Moses Gap. So I don't know if those are the bots. The bot order kind of matters, because the slower bots are in front, and then they hold up the faster bots, because bots aren't good at overtaking each other or lapping traffic. So yeah, I took the lead here with a lap to go. So if you're struggling, just quit the race, retry it, and it'll shuffle the bot order for you. I don't know what it is because I only did it twice, so I don't know what the best bot order is. I only did it twice, but yeah, if you're struggling, you'll find somewhere where the slower bots are in the front, and you'll eventually get it. So yeah, I caught the bots a lot sooner, as I say, on this run than my initial first run. And I missed the 2. I swear I was like a few, like 10 or 15 meters short of having enough lead. But yeah, I've definitely got enough lead because I've got 450. So we needed like 230 or something like that. So yeah, that's why I say like this one was pretty simple. Bot management, I think, did help in the end. And yeah, a pretty cool car. I like it. It grips the road nicely, and yeah, and it's decently fast for a GT4 car. It's pretty quick as well. So there we go. End of that one. Let's just check out our rewards. We did get, I think it was 25 gold. Yeah, was it? Yes, I know stage 5 is complete. Yes, give me rewards. Yes, 25 gold. So that's pretty good, and some 70,000 M dollars as well at the end. So it all adds up, and you make decent amount of rewards in the end. I think 50 gold total. But that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed that. Hope you have some success winning the car, and until the next time, have a good time all the time. Cheers.